EGM Network.
From Studio A in sunny Florida, welcome to Beauty and the Beach Radio, where it's all about who's beautifying VeroBeach. Today's show is brought to you by Dale Sorensen Real Estate. And here's your host and glamour girl, makeup artist, Cindy Goetz.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. I'm Cindy Goetz, your host, where it's all about who's beautifying VeroBeach. And you guys, I have a very serious question to ask you. So whether you're at your desk at the computer, whether you're on your podcast, whether you are in the car, I want to ask you if you have a medical issue, or maybe you know someone that has a medical issue and they're scared. They're scared because they either don't have insurance, they hardly have any insurance, they just don't have the money to pay for the procedure. Guys, I feel for you. I know people who are in this situation, and it's scary. And so today we're going to cover that topic, and we're going to give you solutions. So I want you to hang on, okay? And if it's not you and it's your neighbor or a family friend, we want you to share this with them, because it could really be the light that they need, the hope that they need. So we're going to dive right in. And actually I have another question for you. So would you agree, guys, that access to basic health care is a fundamental right for everyone? Would you agree? Well, I do. Unfortunately, our current system doesn't adequately safeguard this access for all. So the programs we're discussing today, guys, pay attention. They are excellent choices for individuals who lack insurance or those who cannot afford specialized care. These health programs provide a preferable alternative to emergency room visits or foregoing treatment altogether. Guys, I'm talking about the Care Foundation and Treasure Coast Community Health. Both organizations signed a memorandum of understanding establishing a partnership to better serve more uninsured and underinsured patients in right here, our Indian River County. That's exciting, guys. These two groups have similar histories working to improve healthcare access on the Treasure Coast. We Care, serving our community, are you ready for this, guys? Over 31 years. That is amazing. And Treasure Coast Community Health, right there at 29 years. Both use dedicated staff and providers who care for diverse patients. Furthermore, neither organization will deny anyone potential life-serving care. And speaking of these partnerships and dedicated staff, let me introduce to you my guests today. I have two very special guests. One's been on my show before, and he is a husband, he's a father, a novelist, and a dermatologist. Oh, I got to add to his resume, and retired. And a rookie golfer. Okay, so he completed his dermatology residency at New York Medical College, and he practiced dermatology for over 30 years and was recognized as a top Florida doctor in dermatology in 2019. Applaud, applaud, applaud. My next guest, do you get these kind of introductions?
No. Wow, I'm so impressed, Cindy.
My next guest is first time on Beauty and the Beach Radio, originally from Michigan. She is a Vero resident. She is a wife. She is a fellow radio host and podcaster, and she is CEO of Treasure Coast Community Health. Most people know it as TCCH. For 14 years. Please welcome to Beauty and the Beach Radio, Dr. Patrick Ottuso and Vicki Soule.
So nice to be here.
You're
a joy.
Oh, Vicki, thank you so much. And Dr. Ottuso, it's great to have you back.
I am happy to be back. You did forget one thing, though.
What did I forget?
I'm a grandfather.
Oh, my my gosh, I gotta add
Yes.
that. Oh, tell us about how many grandbabies?
First one.
First one.
Yes, Harrison. So he's
Love
out
that
in Los
name.
Angeles. So I just got finished visiting him several weeks ago.
Oh.
So that's a new part of my life, which is wonderful.
Oh, that's so special.
Yes, thank you.
Hi, Harrison.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So, Vicki, Dr. Ottuso, you guys have an interesting collaboration. And I really had to clarify earlier, Vicki, and I think you got amused as well. I looked at Dr. Ottuso and I said, you're volunteering, right? And he's like, yes. I said, for free, right? And he's like, yes. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but in this very hectic world, right? And somebody so accomplished, it really is amazing that people take time out of their schedule to do noble things like you're doing. So Dr. Ottuso, you are volunteering at the We Care organization, which is now collaborating. We're going to get Vicki's thoughts as well with TCCH. But I want to hear your story. I want to know, obviously, you're a very successful dermatologist. I want to know where the transition came from. You know, obviously, you're retired and you're doing a lot of traveling, but what made you connect with We Care Foundation that is healthcare for the uninsured or just can't afford, care. Talk to us about that transition.
Well, you mentioned being successful, but really one of the major reasons I was successful and happy with what I was doing was because of our community. Without them, success would have never arrived. And now that I recently retired December 30th, and I wanted to pretty much give back to the community all that they've given me. And I noticed that there was a void in dermatologic care, pretty much for the homeless, the indigent, those who don't have insurance. And I felt it was time to give back and help those patients who don't have that coverage or care. And that's why I'm here.
Wow. I want to hear how long have you been there now with We Care Foundation?
Oh, I just started several months ago.
Okay.
So
what's been your initial reaction going in as a volunteer, as a physician, helping patients? What's that feeling like? Is it almost going back to why you originally got started in medicine to help others? Talk to me about that.
It's a very rewarding feeling. And you get to meet patients who really need that help and are coming to you because there's nowhere else for them to go.
And they're very appreciative.
And I'm appreciative for them being there, and just giving back gives me a very warm feeling. It's a little bit different volunteering than going in and obviously getting paid for what you do. And I enjoy that.
It's probably a whole different dynamic.
Yes.
Vicki.
He's a special guy, though. I asked him after his last clinic, would you like me to recruit more patients because you don't have a very full schedule? And he said, if even one patient comes in and I can help them, that's enough.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Are you the only dermatologist right now at We Care?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
And we're kind of starting out slowly because we need to get the vibe going, so to speak.
Sure.
So we're starting out with a certain number of patients first. And as we get more comfortable with the clinic and with each other as we work, we'll probably be expanding, that offering to patients.
All right, I'm going to switch to you, Vicki. So TCCH is wonderful. People are very familiar with it in our community. You are CEO of Treasure Coast Community Health. I had to make sure I understood that We Care and TCCH is separate.
They most certainly are.
They are separate. They do wonderful health care for people that are in need. But tell me about this collaboration. And I believe it's referral. They have to you have to refer them to We Care. Is that correct?
Or other providers can as well. But you're right.
Tell me about this partnership.
Well, most of the folks that come to Treasure Coast have some sort of insurance, whether it's Medicare, Medicaid, private insurance, but we still see probably 25 to 30% of our patients do not have any insurance.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
And so that's why we are now coming out from under the rock, so to speak, and fundraising and saying, we need more of your help.
Yeah.
We've got some major projects that we feel are really necessary, like we'll be opening up a new center out west.
Is it the pediatric?
No,
Okay,
that's a year away from now.
Oh, okay. I was real excited about that.
That's advance notice,
okay,
really.
Okay.
No, we took the Clifton Furniture Building out at 85th, and we're renovating that. And we're probably 6 to 8 weeks from opening that, because other than Point West, it's like a healthcare desert out there. There really isn't anything once you get past 66 or thereabouts.
Yeah.
And so from there all the way out west, for you to have to come home, find out your kid's not feeling well, and then turn around and go, I know if you live in a big city, all the way back, it is a lot further than it is in Vero. But nonetheless, we're very honored to be able to provide care wherever it's needed. And so this collaboration with We Care goes way back as well, because we know that as the original theme for Treasure Coast was helping migrants and seasonal farm workers, which of course did not have any insurance, we knew that continuity of care was really important. We have wonderful board-certified physicians, but they like to stay within the scope of their training.
Sure.
And so having a GI fella or cardiology, derm, eye, cataracts, all of those things.
I believe we have podiatrist also.
We do.
Podiatrist,
Wow.
yeah,
And so,
neurologist.
Yeah. And so those are all important specialties. And so this collaboration means we do the referral, they get the care they need without undue stress about how can I do that? And then we get the report, and our physicians collaborate then on what is necessary for ongoing treatment. And because we are a federally qualified health center, we have the best rates of prescriptions around.
Wow.
Truly. And
that's magic right there.
It sure is. And again, as a referral from us to our We Care physicians, we can offer those medications that they would be writing for treatment.
Wow.
So it's truly a dream come true for many, many people.
I want to ask a very practical question, because when I started the show, and I have someone in mind that's my inspiration for the questions today, because this person basically has lived in poverty, and I know the problems, and I know that they don't have internet, okay, because they can't pay for it.
Right.
They don't have rides, okay. So how do you cover? It's not just the medical, right? Like, and maybe I'm getting out of my jurisdiction here, but I guess I want to know, what are some of the complications that come with serving this?
I am so glad you asked that, because for most people it is just the cost of care, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
If they don't have a telephone, how do we give them a reminder call? How do you get there? If you speak a foreign language, okay, and your English is rather broken, how do you understand the medical instructions that are given, free or not?
Unless you have
important.
a dermatologist who speaks Spanish.
Uh-huh.
And I actually I had a patient the other day.
Yes, you
who
did.
Didn't speak any English.
I thought her daughter was helping you, but you took
didn't
over.
Have to.
Oh,
Didn't have to help.
look at that.
So, yeah. So, and the other thing to consider is there are also physicians and groups in town who are not affiliated with We Care, but we have reached out to. So, for instance, I reached out to a dermatopathology group and let them know what I was doing, and they were very accommodating. They're like, whatever biopsy specimens you may need to send, we'll be happy to do them for you.
Wow, that's amazing.
So it really is more than just We Care. It's a number of other groups and physicians around that are helping too.
I have to give a shout out on behalf of We Care with that nice setup. The hospital tax district helps us with supplies and cataract, the cost of cataract lenses themselves.
Wow.
So it is definitely a very special community that we live in.
Wow.
And even outside the community, I was at the American Academy of Dermatology meeting several months ago, and the Brine Mill Corporation makes what are called cryotherapy spray guns to treat with liquid nitrogen for patients. And I walked up to their booth and I said, I'm going to be working with the We Care program, helping those who are less fortunate than us, and I'd love to get some information on how to get one of these units. And the woman behind the counter said, just take one. It was an $850 unit, and she says, take it and use it, and be happy. And I was really pleased with that.
Wow.
So it goes far beyond even just the physicians.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to ask another question. Again, it may sound obvious, but sometimes it's easier to ask the questions outside of the bubble, right?
Right.
So someone's listening right now and their child is sick. They don't have money for care. Is there kind of a condition like it has to be, how do I say this? More than just the flu to come in. Like, can you tell me? Like,
absolutely not.
Okay, that's what I want to know.
We do well care.
Okay.
The best care is preventative care, of course.
And by the way, it's Vicki talking with TCCH, right? TCCH.
Correct.
So they wouldn't necessarily show up at We Care. You'd have to.
And actually, We Care is for 18 and over.
Okay, see, that's what I'm wanting.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Treasure Coast will see you from the day you're born until the day you die.
Okay.
And
so
especially preventative care. But absolutely, if you have a cough, an earache, bronchitis.
So it doesn't have to be like
no.
super serious. It could just be, I don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
My child's not been feeling well, and I just don't have the money to go to the doctor, or I don't speak English, and I'm nervous.
We don't want them clogging up the emergency room.
Exactly.
It takes them hours, and this person that just came in by ambulance, of course, we need them to be seen by the emergency room personnel.
Sure.
So it's a win-win for us to have patients into the outpatient areas.
And the care you can give goes beyond that 24 hours that they're in the ER. Am I understanding that right?
Absolutely.
So they would have someone to go, a physician, to go back to, right? Dr. Ottuso to be like, okay, so let's do a follow-up.
And we have the best pediatricians. And because our building projects have been delayed, we have a lot of extra physicians right now. So you can get in very quickly, within a week.
Wow. That's amazing.
That's great.
That's amazing. We're going to have to go to a break in about 30 seconds. Is there anything? I do want them to understand how they can reach you, those that can hear this right now, and they do have some issues. Is it best to call? Is it best to go on, if they can go online? What's the best way to reach?
Always easier.
Okay.
Yes, that's true.
Because the phone systems do get clogged.
And that would be?
TCCHinc.org or We Care of IRC.
All right, great. Anything else you want to say before we go to break?
No, we're going to
Take a break.
Take a break. That's right. You said this would be fun. You didn't say anything about more.
You guys stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Riverside Theater's Comedy Zone, where the comedy is wild, untamed, and downright hilarious. Hit the zone this Friday and Saturday night at 6:30 and 8:30 for the Treasure Coast's best live stand-up comedy show, featuring nationally recognized comedians with cabaret-style seating and food and drink table service. Buy tickets at riversidetheater.com and get ready for a night of non-stop laughs.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Sofas, love seats, dining sets, and bedroom groups in the latest styles and colors from Four Seasons, Braxton Color, Riverside, Universal Coastal Living, Hooker, Capri, Tommy Bahama, and lots more. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have anything you need for your outdoor living from Lloyd Flanders, Kingsley Bate, Brown Jordan, and Woodard, including a gallery of maintenance-free furniture from Berlin Gardens and Pollywood. Right now, during our Memorial Savings event, we have lots of great half-price specials, including another 10% off on all Tommy Bahama and Lexington furniture in stock or special orders. And all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, VeroBeach. Don't forget to visit our outlet and sales store directly across the street that is filled with name brand closeouts, and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Hey, you! Host your very own show every week at Evergreen Media Network in Vero Beach. Go live to YouTube and Facebook with up to 4 people and your very own producer. Be heard on more than 15 podcast platforms and local radio. All you have to do is show up and talk. Your guests can join from anywhere in the world. It's easy to get started with the largest podcast studio on the Treasure Coast. Contact Evergreen Media to tour the studio.
Cindy Goetz, she totally gets it. Oh my gosh, did you see my prom makeup? She so gets it.
Dude, did you see her before and after makeup on Instagram? That makeup girl gets it.
My wedding makeup was so amazing, and my makeup artist, she totally gets it.
My senior photo makeup rocked. She gets it.
You should see her new Facebook profile. Her makeup artist really gets her.
My eye makeup is so on fleek. Thanks, Cindy Goetz.
Cindy Goetz makeup artist, 772-633-4030.
She gets it!
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. I'm Cindy Goetz, your host, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. We want to thank Dale Sorensen Real Estate for always making sure that we're on air and we can share stories like We Care and TCCH and Dale Sorensen Real Estate. Gosh, they have over 200 agents. They've been family owned since 1978. So whether you're buying or selling, give them a call, 772-231-4712 or SorensenRealestate.com. We also want to thank Varietals and More. They always make sure we have lovely beverages for our guests. So go see them on Royal Palm Point. Rob and Michelle, they're amazing. And they'll take good care of you, have wonderful wines and cheeses and all kinds of lovely gifts. So go see them right there on Royal Palm Point. We are finishing up today. We're talking about two amazing organizations in the Vero Beach area that provide health care for those that can't afford it or just have insurance that just doesn't cover their needs. And it's just incredible. And I'm here with Dr. Ottuso and Vicki Soule. Dr. Ottuso is the new dermatologist at We Care, and Vicki Soule is the CEO of Treasure Coast Community Health. Guys, it takes a lot. It takes a village to really make these two organizations do so many things for our community. And before I ask your wants and desires, how many people, and this is maybe something I'm asking that you don't know, but if you could, Vicki or Dr. Ottuso, how many people do your organization see a month, a year? Is there any statistic you can give us to understand how many people you're impacting right now?
Well, I can tell you for Treasure Coast, last month we had 9,700 visits to our centers.
So, in 1 month?
In 1 month.
Almost 10,000?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we see a lot of people because they know they can trust us.
Yeah.
And they know that we'll remove any barriers to care that they have. And so we have a lot of repeat customers.
Dr. Ottuso, I know you're kind of new volunteering. So any idea, like just...
I don't know the numbers, especially since we just started with dermatology. So it's kind of tough to say.
Can I help you out in general?
Sure,
yeah,
please.
Just a generalization would be great, Vicki.
Yeah, I think last year they reported about 500 individuals that were helped by the specialty physicians.
Okay.
And, as you said, every single one counts.
Oh, everyone.
Every single one.
If I only see one person in the clinic that day, it still is rewarding.
Yeah.
You could be saving a life when you look at
huge.
If we see one melanoma,
Exactly.
it's just very rewarding for both myself and for the patient.
Wow. I'm going to ask both of you your closing thoughts. I'm going to start with Vicki and then I'll end with you, Dr. Ottuso. Vicki, again, back to the village. It takes a lot. What does TCCH need right now?
Well, I know everyone thinks that if we run out of money, we just, as a federal agency type name, even though we're a local nonprofit, they think we just have a money tree out back. And unfortunately, we don't.
Oh, yeah.
So any donations to us, no matter how small, really help a lot because they all get poured back into supporting our staff and supporting, most importantly, our patients.
Love that.
Yeah.
Dr. Ottuso, what's your final thoughts on We Care and what it means to the community and what you'd like to see?
It's a wonderful organization. And speaking of donations, I think that physicians should try to donate more time. I think whether you're, practicing actively or retired, it's such a rewarding feeling. And I think it would be wonderful to have more physicians joining us.
Wow. I love that. Guys, if you're, males, females, physicians, I dare you So volunteer some time with Dr. Ottuso. Guys, if you want to find them, it's www.tcchinc.org or www.wecareofirc.org. Guys, make it a great day. We love you.